What is going on, everyone? Happy Tuesday. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Pepe 2.0 getting ready to, what do you think, pump or dump? I don't know. It was in this whole entire consolidation phase that I did mention these last couple of days that we are getting ready to go ahead and have that takeoff. We're going to go ahead and also talk about Grok taking off, making new all-time highs yesterday. So congratulations to all those that actually went ahead and took profits and made some money with Grok these last couple of days. Literally, Grok has been printing money for all of us, like free money, almost like the Federal freaking Reserve. You can't make any of that up. So it's been a pretty good time in the market. It looks like the market's definitely bringing in a little bit more bullishness into the market. So it's looking good overall. Let me go ahead and check on my end if we are officially live on the channel. And if you are, if we are live, go ahead and comment down below and let me know down below by smashing the like button and commenting that we are officially live. How's it going, Moon Joker? Looks like we are officially live. Moon Joker says, let's go ahead and see what Moon Joker says. Welcome, welcome, welcome. John, do you think Grok can hit 6 billion plus? I don't know about 6 billion. I think that's a little ridiculous, but maybe. Maybe we have some sort of bull run. Maybe that's possible. Let me know down below if the music's a little too loud, by the way. And as well, go ahead and smash that like button for me if you are tuning in right now to the channel. Definitely does help support me. Let me know if the music's a little too loud, by the way. Go ahead and smash that like button. Moon Joker says, I mean, it's obvious it's going to hit 1 billion, but for Grok hitting 6 billion and reaching $1 is a bit delusional. I mean, yeah, 100%, but I do think that, you know, anything's possible in crypto. I don't want to say 6 billion is going to be happening, but I do think 1 billion market cap could be very, very possible. It might be something very similar to like what happened with Pepe and Pepe 2.0, where, you know, we have this whole entire narrative of a new meta, which is the AI meta, and that's going to go ahead and take off, right? Moon Joker says, I'm good, John, having my Nepali Momo while watching your video. Nice, man. Nice, nice, nice. What do you think about Grok 2.0, by the way, bro? I feel still kind of bullish. I know Grok 2.0 is kind of taking a little bit of a dip. But I don't know. I think overall right now, there's a really good bullish sentiment of the market. I think, who was it, Adam or Dab Master, that ended up recommending Q yesterday? It was one of you for sure. I mean, that thing's up 123%. So we are definitely getting a sign of some sort of a risk on in the market. So more investors and more traders are willing to go ahead and take on more risk in the market. And it actually looks like we're actually getting ready to approach $40,000 Bitcoin. I did mention these last couple of days that I was seeing Bitcoin possibly hitting $40,000 within the next 2 weeks. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can end the week very strong. If we do end the week with Bitcoin very strong, we are going to have this very bullish narrative where it's going to pump a lot of these shitcoins, and Grok could be approaching that 1 billion market cap, and then the Grok 2.0s and all the other narratives of like the Groks, I think those might go ahead and take off as well. But I do want to go ahead and mention, if you want to trade any of the tokens that we'll be talking today on leverage, go ahead and make sure to use my MEXC link down below. $20,000 in sign-up bonuses, no KYC, and literally takes less than 3 seconds to go ahead and create an account. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with the overall market. Comment down below any other projects you want me to go ahead and talk about. As I mentioned, if you are watching this pre-recorded, I would definitely try to recommend all of you try to join us while we are actually live on the live stream. I do get to answer your questions and your concerns, and yeah, we get to go ahead and get to know each other a little bit more. That's the benefit to it. So let's take a look at Pepe 2.0. In the meantime, go ahead and begin by smashing the like button and commenting down below any other project you want me to go ahead and review. Moon Joker says Grok is indeed the next Pepe. I agree with you, man. Besides the fact that I got wrecked on Grok, I'm still trading Grok, and that just gives you a sign that there is definitely some bullishness to Grok, and the narrative is bigger than what people actually expect. So people are actually going to be left by surprise when Grok starts approaching the 500 million market cap and above and breaking to all new all-time highs, and I think that's where a lot of shorts will actually go ahead and get wrecked as well. Moon Joker says, John, for my bees, Grok 2.0 could not exceed the 2 million market cap backseat of those early investors dumping it. But once Grok hit a billion and start to dump, I believe Grok 2.0 will thrive. Grok 2.0 will do a Pepe 2.0 for sure. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. But see, the thing is with Grok 2.0, I think a lot of people are also just taking like a lot of profits. It does look kind of a little bit bearish, I'm not gonna lie, but it is actually forming this cup and handle pattern. So with Grok 2.0, even though I did mention in the last couple videos that we could be approaching these zones right here, I did mention that overall for Grok 2.0, I think, in my opinion, I could be wrong, right? None of this is obviously financial advice, but in my opinion, I think Grok 2.0, as Moon Joker mentioned, could be the next Pepe 2.0. So that's why for me on this one, on Grok 2.0, I'm not really, you know, swing trading this at all. Like, I literally just added a little bit to my bag. I added another additional $200 to $300, maybe $400, I don't remember, something around that line, $300, and I'm just gonna bag hold this. Like, I really don't care. Like, if this thing pumps to like a 20-30x, then I'm gonna be a very happy camper, right? I'm gonna make a decent amount of money. But if this thing dumps, I'm not gonna be complaining. I knew the risk, I understand the risk to reward. But as Moon Joker mentioned, with Grok 2.0, if Grok continues to go ahead and make those new all-time highs, I know Grok 2.0 has been slightly lacking behind, but more people are going to go ahead and jump back into Grok 2.0 in my opinion. Obviously, as I mentioned, this is a very, very risky play. This is like a 80% chance that you will lose money and like a 20% chance that this play might work out very well for us. I mean, you know, one of the biggest risks is the liquidity not being locked. I would say that's one of the biggest ones. Another risk is that this is very, very volatile. So when, you know, Grok 2.0 takes a dip, whether it's a 10-20% dip, this thing you might go ahead and see it retrace 40 to 60%, right? So this is a very, very volatile token to go ahead and trade on, Grok 2.0. But I do think the risk, in my opinion, is definitely worth it compared to Grok, in my opinion. You know, Grok, I think it's super overvalued. For me personally, I wouldn't be trading Grok, you know, on the decentralized exchange. I wouldn't be holding on to Grok at these levels. I would rather trade Grok. Obviously, there's still a lot of risk to it, both sides. But because of what I just said, we really don't know where the top is for Grok 2.0, right? Grok 2.0 could maybe approach 200 million market cap, maybe it approaches 500 million market cap, maybe it gets close to $1 billion and then it dumps. You and I really don't know where the top is of this market, and for me, I think that's kind of a very, very high risk play. Like on Grok right here, I'm not looking to make a lot of money. You know, like the only thing I'm thinking of making a lot of money on Grok is leverage trading this. And one of the best platforms to go ahead and do that is obviously on MEXC, where we could go ahead and give you up to $20,000 in sign-up bonuses. And that's actually the platform where I'm trading Grok right now at the moment. But I'm not holding on to any Grok. I'm trading Grok. I made about $400 profits yesterday before going to sleep. Quick little trade. I think it took me about maybe an hour and a half or so to go ahead and get that trade up and running, and then right now I've exited my trade. So I'm currently right now I'm just waiting patiently to re-enter a position on Grok. I have a few plays right now that I am actually trading. For example, like Pepe 2.0, I entered a bonk position, I entered a Grok 2.0 position yesterday. I'm actually quite down on my position right now, a little bit over 30 to 40%, but as I mentioned, this is money I'm not really counting on. I put in 400 bucks, and to me this is worth the risk. Moon Joker says Grok 2.0 will do a Pepe 2.0. That's for sure. 100%. Trading perpetual is risky, but it has a high risk, a high reward. I agree with you. I did lose about 2K on Grok trading perpetual, but quickly made up my losses again from trading. Nice, bro. I don't think Grok 2.0 will hit 100 million, as people are aware of the Pepe 2.0, but Grok 2.0 could hit 50 to 60 million market cap. Yeah, I mean, honestly, as I'm saying, you know, one of the biggest things with Grok 2.0 that I'm looking forward to is, with Grok 2.0, what I'm really following the narrative is if Grok continues to pump, I think Grok is going to go ahead and bring in that new narrative of the AI. So I think a lot of these AI-driven projects are going to be taking advantage of that. And that's kind of the reason why I'm bullish on Grok overall. It's not that I'm like a moon boy on Grok. I think Grok is a really high risk, high reward kind of play. You can make a boatload of money, but also lose a lot of money. This is actually one of the positions I lost over $20,000 on this dip, literally right here when it got rejected on this resistance. I ended up getting wrecked right here, lost about $20,000, and that was because a contract exploit happened around here, which tanked, you know, Grok a little bit over 40% from this top to this bottom, about 76% it dumped. So yeah, it wrecked me, you know what I mean? But literally this was my price target. I knew Grok was going to do this kind of breakout. I knew it was going to do this kind of breakout, and that's kind of the reason why I had a $20,000 bet on this. I mean, literally from this top to this, literally right here, I would have made about $59,000, and this trade right here would have been over $200,000 or $300,000. But see, that's the thing, you just don't know what's going to happen, and that's the reason why right now moving forward, when it comes to a lot of these trades, I'm not holding on for them for days. Mostly just day trading them and swing trading them here and there, like for the next, you know, couple hours, couple minutes, maybe at the max a day and a half or a day, depending on how big my position is. But if I have a pretty decent position on leverage, I'm not holding on to it for too long. And the only leverage that I'm currently using right now is 10x. And if I'm looking to go ahead and hold on for a position for a little bit longer, I'm only going to be using 5x, because right now, at least with MEXC, they're liquidations are very, very freaking tight. Like, it's almost as close as getting stopped out, right? So right now I think we're at a very high risk market, and there's a lot of volatility, a lot of money to be made, but also a lot more money to be lost. So this is a time you have to be very, very careful. It looks like maybe Grok might be entering a position to go ahead and enter a trade, so it could be actually bullish for a lot of us, but we'll go ahead and see. Candy, how's it going? Long time no see. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're having a good one. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. I don't think, let's see. By the way, John, last night there was a slight dump on Grok last night, and I saw a lot of whales selling $45,000 to $60,000 worth of Grok. Yeah, dude, last night was actually a pretty good time to actually trade. I ended up taking a few profits. Like I mentioned, I made about $400 profits last night before going to sleep, and then Grok just began to dump. Like, I was almost like panicking, man. So I'm really glad I actually sold out of my position and made some very small profits on there, right? Hey, Candy, how's it going? Long time no see. I hope you're having a good one. Yeah, I see, the thing is with leverage trading is super, super risky, but it's so easy for you to double your account. Like, you can literally put in, you know, if you have a $5,000 account, you could like 4x your account in a week if you're getting into proper trade setups, right? So that's what I love about leverage trading. Yeah, Moon Joker, I lost 20K on Grok. It was around right here. It was right here back in November. Early November, I ended up getting wrecked because of the whole entire contract exploit, and I ended up losing right here about $20,000 into my position. So right now I'm restarting my portfolio. I actually funded my account yesterday with about $1,100. Currently right now I'm at like $1,700, so I'm almost doubling my account literally in one day. And hopefully maybe by the end of the week I'll probably be at like $5,000 or $10,000 again. So, you know, leverage trading is really, really high risk, but if you're looking for certain, you know, setups and breakouts in the market, it's very, very easy for you to go ahead and make money. So I think I should be back in the $20,000 range, hopefully maybe in a week and a half or two. Candy says, happy Thanksgiving, John. Hope you had a good one. I had a good one. I had a really good time. I was on vacation, so I had a good time. Candy says, do you think December will be a red month? I think December will be a red month. And we kind of only have about 2 weeks left, in my opinion. That's what I'm using in my brain. Maybe we only have 1 week left. But I think realistically we might only have about 2 weeks left before we see some sort of pump in the market. And if Bitcoin could go ahead and break, you know, towards that $40,000, I think we might have about 2-3 weeks, in my opinion, max, for this market to continue to pump before we see a retrace. Because usually Decembers are red days due to the fact that we have a lot of corporations, a lot of traders taking losses for capital gains. And this is something that's been going on for years, right? But I also believe that right now Wall Street is looking to make as much money as possible before the holiday season. They want to go ahead and end, you know, the year with a lot of money. So I'm sure they're going to go ahead and prompt up, you know, the stock market, the crypto market. There's going to be a lot of money flowing in, and then I think it's gonna go ahead and get a lot of people wrecked as well. Sorry if you answered my question. My mom called. No worries. I was like literally just telling. I was just literally. I was just literally telling you that right now. I think there's maybe about 2 to 3 weeks left before we see some sort of red in the market. Hey, what's up, Billy? How's it going, bro? How's it going? Hope you're having a good one today. Yeah, but I think maybe we might have some sort of December sell-off. There's the reason why we need to go ahead and see how this week ends. Depending on how this week ends, is going to go ahead and give us a very bullish indicator of how the market's going to be doing. But I also do believe that Bitcoin could potentially go ahead and break above $40,000, maybe retrace, and then we could possibly go ahead and see some sort of altcoin or meme coin season. Actually, meme coin season begin, possibly leading to altcoin season in early quarter Q1. So the early first couple months of quarter one, I do think we're going to be seeing some sort of market pump, in my opinion. Smart money concept. This is one of my favorite indicators right here. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, there you go. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Pepe 2.0 because that was obviously the title. I know a lot of you are Pepe 2.0 holders. I just entered a small trade on Pepe 2. I'm using very, very low leverage. I'm only using about 5x leverage just because we all know that Pepe 2.0 is super, super manipulative. And for that reason, I want to go ahead and not overly wrecked myself again, because as I mentioned, we are at a very high risk on the market. And for that reason, we have to be very, very careful. And looking right now at the fear and greed chart, we do see that we actually went up to 68 on greed. And yesterday we were at 70. Actually, we decreased. What? Oh, this is not correct. Let me refresh this. Oh, there's no way this is correct. Okay, there you go. See, I thought I was tripping. So yesterday we were at a 66 of greed, and today we are at a 68. Last week at a 71, and last month at 72. I think if we do go ahead and break above $40,000 Bitcoin, we would be entering the extreme greed territories, which is going to definitely wreck a lot of shorts. But I do think a lot of longs will go ahead and get wrecked with what the question that Candy asked earlier. Do I believe that December is going to be a red day? I think it will be a red month, but I think we still have about 2 to 3 weeks left, and maybe even less than that. Maybe this is the last week of a bullish momentum pump. Maybe next week. I would say between 2 to 3 weeks. I'm shooting more for 2 weeks. So within this week, I'm really analyzing the market. As I mentioned, I'm not really holding on to many trades. If I am holding on to trades, I'm using no more than 5x leverage. Very, very, very small accounts. I'm not really willing to risk too much right now because of, what Candy mentioned, December's being, usually typically red months. But I do think there's a possibility that we might have, this week be very, very bullish, leading on to the first week of December, be super bullish, and then we could go ahead and start seeing some sell-offs going on towards the second week of December. So just be very, very careful right now. I would just be very cautious with any of your trade setups. I know I repeat myself over and over again with this, that I tell all of you every freaking day, but this is what we need to be aware of. We actually need the market to cool off. I think we are overextended. I think the market is way too freaking overly positive, and that scares me a bit. You know what I mean? When I start seeing all these moon boys, talking about some sort of bull run, now I know that we're reaching some sort of top where we need to go ahead and see some bleeding in the market, right? If you remember, like literally, you could go back to all my videos. Literally since the beginning of October, I've been mentioning this kind of setup that we're actually running into, and you could actually go back to all your favorite influencers that you probably watched or listened to, and nobody was talking about what you and I were talking about, right? Nobody was talking about some sort of volatility in the market. I did. I knew since early October, especially when the news about the war was announced, that there was going to be a lot of volatility and a lot of opportunity in the market to make money, right? Now we're seeing a lot of these other influencers and a lot of these Twitter influencers and all that, whatever the case is, catch on talking about $100,000 Bitcoin. Everybody's getting excited. Everybody's, happy. And that's giving me a sign right now in the market that we are a little bit overextended. And I would like to go ahead and see this market cool off for a little bit. I think that doesn't mean that we won't go ahead and get some trade setups. Doesn't mean Bitcoin can't surpass $40,000 and above. It just means we have to be very, very cautious being in the market, because now we're having a little bit more of the retail investors and traders get into this market, and that's usually a sign that we are getting close to some top. It doesn't mean that because the RSI is overextended, it's overbought, it doesn't mean Bitcoin can't pump to $80,000. Realistically, it could, and that's why I'm telling a lot of you that this is going to be a market that's going to make some massive pumps and some massive dumps. And we've seen that with multiple tokens. We've seen that with Grok. We've seen that with Pepe 2.0, where it pumps 200 to 300%, dumps 80%. Then it does these fake outs, as I mentioned. I was actually looking at, I think it was a tweet that I actually found, and I'm actually going to try to show all of you right now. And it was talking about how typically when you see these kind of movements, where you see these giant wicks to the downside during a consolidation period, and then you see a massive pump. This thing dumped 40%, pumped literally like 40 to 50%. 2 minutes later, that was such a liquidity grab right here, and also a stop loss grab. And then the market pumped back up, right? And then we quickly had another fake out where it dumped back down. And right now we're in this consolidation phase, still on the 3774 zone, right? So this is kind of giving me an indicator that I've noticed that typically when we see these massive wicks come down to the downside instantly like this, whether it's a stop loss grab or a liquidity grab, this is an indicator at least telling me that some whales are interested and are loading up right now, and they're trying to get as many people wrecked before we have another pump to the upside, right? So this right here, we've seen this multiple times. I mean, we saw it with this right here, where we had the wick go all the way down. We see it consolidate, kind of stopped out a lot of people, then it massively had that 300% pump. And then right here, we're having the same exact scenario, right? So as long as we continue to hold this area of support on Pepe 2.0, I do think that we are looking pretty good. We should see some sort of breakout, in my opinion, either by the end of this week or early next week. So this could be a time to go ahead and load up. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. I do want to mention that. We do actually have some whales that watch our live streams and try to get us wrecked. So just be very careful. We are a target now. Even though the channel is very small, we are a target to a lot of these whales. And for that reason, I'm not going to go ahead and show you either my trades right now, or I'm not going to go ahead and show you exactly where to buy, because I don't want any of you to go ahead and get wrecked, because there is whales purposely watching the live streams to go ahead and dump on us when we enter a trade. So moving forward, obviously we're going to go ahead and try to find a system of how we could go ahead and talk about entry points and all that. But if you are looking for an entry point, I would say anywhere around this zone. We are the area of resistance right now at the 4671. If we get rejected, we could go ahead and retest 4295 and even as low as 4075. So just go ahead and keep your eyes out on Pepe 2.0. I do think some sort of momentum breakout will be coming very soon, but I think right now what is going on is that everybody's too excited on the shiny object, which is Grok. I think as soon as Grok has that sort of retracement, money's going to start flowing into all these other meme tokens. And we're already seeing it with Bonk. We're seeing it with Pepe 2.0 slightly pumping today. So we're actually seeing this movement of money now that everybody made on Grok move back onto these tokens that are getting ready for a breakout, right? With Pepe 2.0, I did mention there was some sort of day of consolidation, whether it was, depending on where you were measuring this, between 9 to 13 days before a breakout. And the actual breakout happened within the 12-day mark. So right now we're actually almost very close to approaching that scenario right now. We are currently at 8 days. So we still have a few more days before we have some sort of breakout. It doesn't mean it's going to happen 100%. But if you actually go back over here, we had something very similar as well right here. We actually had about a 6-day consolidation period before a breakout. We had another one right here. If you could go ahead and consider, this was about a 5 to 6 day consolidation as well, depending on where you're measuring it, before a breakout. So we're kind of seeing that there's it usually consolidates within a week, let's say roughly, and then it has some sort of breakout to the upside or to the downside, right? So that's kind of like the way I'm measuring it. Obviously, solely my opinion. This is just what I'm measuring myself. Billy says, when collab? Next week, bro. I'm down next week. Yeah, Candy, of course I saw your question. You know I won't forget about you. Billy, yo. Jonathan, how's it going, my guy? Hope you're having a good one today, bro. There was news where they said Grok to hit $1 by December 30th, but only time will tell. I don't know. See, the thing is, I'm not really relying too much on Grok hitting the dollar. I'm not relying on Pepe 2.0 hitting, you know, a billion market cap. I'm just really trading this market. You know, whether it's a 200% pump, a 300% pump, I'm okay. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna take my money and I'm gonna go ahead and just, you know, continue to trade this market. I'm not waiting for this Hail Mary. My only Hail Mary right here, and this is the reason why I'm telling all of you this, my only Hail Mary that I have right now in mind is Grok 2.0. That's my Hail Mary. This is my Hail Mary play right here. I'm not going to be trading this. I'm literally just going to go ahead and hold. And if Grok really does hit a dollar, I think Grok 2.0 could do something very similar. Not hitting a dollar, but maybe do a very crazy, you know, amount of pumps. I don't know. Maybe it does my price target is a 30x short term. I think Grok 2.0 could definitely hit a 30x. I think it's very, very realistic. It's very, very possible. But with that being said, I mentioned Grok 2.0 is an 80% chance that you're going to lose your money and a 20% chance that you will win. And you have to ask yourself, is that the kind of risk you're willing to take to potentially hit a Hail Mary? See, I only threw in about $300 to $400 on Grok 2.0. So I don't mind if I lose $400 on Grok 2.0. Like, I'm not even like looking at this wallet. I really don't care about it. As I mentioned, even short term, this thing could go ahead and do a 7x. 6 to 7x, but I do think realistically this thing could go ahead and do an additional 10 to 30x, especially if the whole narrative with Grok 2.0 is real, how people are making it seem like. If Grok continues to pump, Grok 2.0 is going to be the second derivative similar to the Pepe 2.0. And this is where there's a very low holders, and you have to keep in mind, what are people going to think when Grok is taking off? They're going to think about the second narrative. Oh shit, I missed out. What can I go ahead and do next? Where can I go ahead and deploy my money? And they're going to run into the 2.0. But as I mentioned, no liquidity locked. Very, very risky. 80% chance of you losing money. So is it worth throwing, you know, $1,000 to maybe make, you know, 30x out of that? Maybe 100x out of that? I don't know. That's the kind of question you have to ask yourself. But for Grok 2.0, if you are looking to go ahead and enter this trade with me, F2224, as I mentioned, I wouldn't suggest you put no more than $1,000 and know that this is a straight freaking degen gamble move. Not like any of the other plays that we do aren't, but this is like 100% freaking degen move, right? But the reason why I'm bullish is because this is following Grok, and this thing has a double bottom on this chart right here, which is a very bullish sign. We have some sort of cup and handle, what it looks like in my eyes that it's forming. And as soon as we have this breakout on Grok 2.0 on 4.1 on this 4049, this thing's gonna go ahead and pump to a 6x minimum 6x. And I do think that if Grok hits, let's say it hits 500 million market cap and a billion, this thing's going to do a 30x and above, maybe even a 100x. I would say 30 to 100x is very, very possible on Grok 2.0. That's if I got to remind all of you that if they don't pull the rug on us, because liquidity is not locked. Super, super risky. 80% chance you lose money, 20% chance you might win. I don't know. Is it worth the risk? You're seeing these big orders, $8,000 orders. You're seeing a lot of big money coming in here. So I don't know if this is actually really the play. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. But only put in money you're willing to lose. Even with $100, even if you throw in $100 on this, if it does a 30 to 100x, you'll be making anywhere between $3,000 and probably a little bit above. Well, almost, I think $3,000, or sorry, not $3,000. $1,000? My math is wrong right now, dude. You get the point, though. So this is probably something I would have on my watch list if the narrative is strong with Grok, as people make it seem like. This is going to be the play, in my opinion. Moon Joker says, Crypto Messiah, who make $40 million on Shiba Inu, did buy his on the end of January when it was down. So yeah. Billy says, I'm buying contracts for the end of January, beginning of February. Nice. Where do you think Pepe 2.0 will go? I think Pepe 2.0 will go ahead and hit over 40 million market cap. I think as soon as we break 40 million market cap, our next target goal would be approaching 95 million market cap and above. So I think as long as Pepe 2.0 continues to hold and break above 40 million market cap, Pepe 2.0 has a future of possibly seeing 100 million market cap around the corner. So this would be, you know, approaching the zones at around 1408 and above, and just holding around this area right here. So we're actually not that far away from that zone either. We're about a 200% pump, which we know it sounds kind of unrealistic, but in crypto this is really, really doable and possible. Ideally, I would like to see Pepe 2.0 reach these zones up here, and from this bottom to this top right here, that will be a 500% pump, which is a 5x, right? It's not crazy money if you're, you know, holding on spot. Maybe it is. Maybe you're holding $10,000. That $10,000 turns into 50 grand, right? Pretty nice, solid play in my opinion. But if you're using leverage, this print's literally free money almost. Billy, to the moon. 100%. Moon Joker, do you think we will see new all-time lows on December for Pepe 2.0 and Grok as well? I mean, Pepe 2.0 is at all-time lows right now. If we lose the support, then Pepe 2.0 is practically dead in my eyes. There's going to be no more 95 million market cap and above. I think the narrative will die down if Pepe 2.0 doesn't hold above the levels that we're currently looking at. So Pepe 2.0 is at a very high risk area right now. Meaning that if we do lose this very strong area of support here that we've been consolidating for a couple days, and if you actually go ahead and measure this, we've been consolidating in this phase for almost literally a whole month. So if we were to go ahead and lose this support right here that we've been holding on for a month, it's going to be extremely bearish for me, and I think the narrative might be dead. So I think, in my opinion, this is the bottom for Pepe 2.0. And as I mentioned, there's still a few more days left. Usually when we have this 1 week to week and a half of consolidation period, which would take us almost to 39 days of 39 days being at this area of support, and losing that would be very, very bearish in my opinion. So if we lose this area of support right here, I think Pepe 2.0 might be done with. So we're at a very, very critical area, right? So if we lose this area of support, then do expect a 60 to 50% or 79% dump. If we do go ahead and hold this support pretty well, do expect a short-term pump of 300% and long-term pump of, if we do go ahead and take off from there, 500%. So I think that, let's say for example, if Pepe 2.0 continues to consolidate, new investors come in, shorts go deeper into their position, Bitcoin hits $40,000 and above, we have all the moon boys in the market getting excited, Pepe 2.0 next breakout could be a 500% pump, which would be right here at the zone of 25,036, which would be slightly over 40 million market cap. And I think that's what the narrative that could actually happen. Realistically, not freaking hyping any of you guys up. I'm not hyping anybody, but this is very, very possible. A 500% pump in the short term in the next 2 weeks. Possible. Not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying if the narrative of the DXY continuing to dump, Bitcoin hitting over $40,000, the moon boys feeling excited about this, shorts getting liquidated because they're shorting the market thinking it's going to go down, this Pepe 2.0 short term within the next 2 weeks, there's a possibility that it could hit a 500% pump, which is a 5x. We're not talking about long term. Long term, obviously, we're talking about over a 10, 12, 20x above. I still think Pepe 2.0 has enough room to continue to pump, but I think right now that what's going on with Pepe 2.0 is that all the money is currently going to Grok. All the Grok tokens is where all the money's flowing into right now. And for that reason, that's why I have a position on Grok 2.0. Just in case if we miss out on any kind of pump, I at least have money on Grok 2.0, kind of my Hail Mary. If it pumps, then we're gonna make a decent amount of back, right? Maybe $30,000 and above, doing pretty much just nothing, just letting it sit there. If the Grok narrative dies off very, very easily and very quickly, well, then it's okay. That was a chance we were willing to take, right? That's what I'm telling you. You have to go ahead and take these calculated risk and only throw in what you're okay gambling with. Candy says, I don't think we will see a new all-time low, but I'm not an expert. I agree with you. I don't think we will either. Candy says, we need a good Christmas pump. LOL. I agree with you too. I think we do need a Christmas pump, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We need everybody to go ahead and start getting for these gifts and getting ready for these bonuses. So for that reason, I do believe some sort of Christmas pump will be happening. What's the floor for Pepe 2? I think the floor for Pepe 2 right now is 3.6 or let's see, hold on. 3.690. I think that's the floor for Pepe 2 right now. Natural Selector, how's it going, bro? Hope you're having a good one. Check out Forge. Been making steady gains. I've been seeing Forge, bro. Can you actually trade that on MEXC, by the way? Jonathan says, did you enter Pith during your live stream? I've made a good entry. During live stream, I did not enter any trades, but I did try entering a Pith trade yesterday. But I ended up going to sleep. I was like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable leaving any trades open. And I actually ended up, I was actually shorting Terra Luna, USDT or whatever it's called, USCT. I was actually shorting Terra USTC yesterday night. I ended up opening a short and I was like, you know what? Let's see if it actually hits. I'm going to short this. And actually, you know, went to sleep and I woke up and I was in profits. And I was like, oh, snap. And I ended up taking not that much profits. I was up 180 when I woke up. And I was holding on to my trade, and I ended up putting a stop loss at like $90 profit because I had a feeling it was going to pump back up, and Terra USTC actually ended up pumping up and having a breakout to the upside. So I'm actually glad I had a stop loss because I at least took about $90 profit earlier today. So I'm already in profits today. A little light day today, you know, only $100 profits, but we're going to go ahead and see. I do have a few trades open right now. And we're going to go ahead and see how the market treats us. I do have a few trades right now. I think that I'm up probably only $200 to $300. So maybe we might end another day at, you know, $300 to $400 profit today as well. So we're going to go ahead and see how this week ends. I think I will be able to double to triple my account by the end of this week. As I mentioned, I started my account with $1,100, I believe, yesterday. And right now I'm at like $1,700. So almost close to doubling. Almost doubled my account overnight. Candy says Grok or Grok 2.0. I'm about to throw a little in. Grok 2.0, not financial advice, but this one might be worth throwing a few dollars in here. Super high risk. Super high risk. This right here, Grok 2.0, contract ending in F2224. I'll go ahead and send you a Twitter message and send you the contract if you can't find it. But it's Grok 2.0, 1.45 million market cap. As I mentioned, liquidity is not locked, so super risky. It does say contract is renounced and buy and sell tax no. And I do think that this is going to be the same narrative with like the Pepe 2.0 narrative. But as I mentioned, it's all about getting in early. You have to take on the risk that people are not willing to take. If you're willing to go ahead and take on the risk right now, you're going to be making all the freaking crazy amounts of money. For example, my buddy told me about Grok when it first launched. Literally the first week Grok launched, my buddy told me about it, and it was around right here. Right here. And I thought it was already the top. I was like, nope, this is the top right here. This is where he told me about it. And I missed out on that. Why? Because I was on my way to vacation. I was too lazy to move money from my MEXC to decentralized exchange. I was like, I'll do it later. And I completely forgot. And this thing pumped ridiculously. Or I think it might have been even right here where he told me. Somewhere around this zone. It was ridiculous. I was like, I don't know about it. And I missed out. You know what I mean? I was able to get it at a chance at a very low market cap, below 20 million market cap. And look where it's at right now, 171 million. You have to take on the risk. If you're not willing to take on the risk of potentially losing money, you're never going to go ahead and make money. That's just the reality of not only trading, because this is not trading. This is fucking gambling. When you're trading meme coins, and I have to watch out for my language now because we are monetized. I appreciate all of you. But when you're trading meme tokens, this is not trading. This is mostly gambling. It's all about, you know, crossing your fingers and hoping that you do hit it on. Natural Selector says, hello, how's it going, dude? Octavio, how's it going? Let's freaking go. Mark, how's it going? Great to see you here, Mark. I typed in how we smurfing and Google sent me here. Nice. Shout out to Google. Smash that like button for me. Yes. It's the Christmas. Jonathan says on MEXC between 15-minute or 1 hour chart, it looks like Pepe has a W pattern. Original Pepe? I'm gonna check out original Pepe right now. And by the way, chat, anybody that's joining in right now, go ahead and feel free to go ahead and give us any degen plays right now. Anything with high risk, high reward, especially when you can go ahead and trade these on MEXC, we love them. So go ahead and comment them down below. Currently, we're looking at a few trade setups. It looks like Pepe Original is looking for a breakout as well. W pattern with possibly some sort of cup and handle pattern, right? Obviously, the cup and handle pattern is not validated until we go ahead and break through the resistance, which is 1367. That would be the validation, in my opinion, to go ahead and confirm that this is an actual breakout to the upside. But if you're willing to go ahead and enter, you know, at a risk before some sort of breakout, then, you know, definitely you can make some nice gains. So I'm actually going to be looking at Pepe Original right now and see if we can enter some sort of trade on this. I mean, let's go ahead and measure what the upside would be, right? Let's say upside short term, we could go ahead and see some sort of 82% pump, which is actually really, really nice. Which realistically, if we have $40,000 Bitcoin break above, I do think we could be approaching, you know, 184% pump. So it looks like the market is like literally like lining up for all of us. Good time to go ahead and be a little bit risky. Mark says, hi, Candy. Natural Selector says, been trading with Unibot. You've been trading with Unibot? Let me know how that's been going, bro. I'm very bullish on Unibot, by the way. Currently at $50 and it's up 16%. Yoga Matt, how's it going, bro? Definitely Grok 2.0 is a big dip, should pump massive. I agree. See, the thing is with Grok 2.0 is that when this thing dumps, it freaking dumps. You're talking about 40, 50, 60, 80% retracement back to back. But when it pumps, you're talking about a 400 to 300, 500% pump. So that's why I love the Grok 2.0. And I'm just holding on to that position. I'm not going to go ahead and sell. That one's going to be like my little moon bag. If I do go ahead and do like a 10 or 30x, which my goal is 30 to 100x on Grok 2.0, then yeah, obviously I'm going to take profits. But I'm not going to go ahead and be really swing trading this just because Grok 2.0 I only have about $300 to $400, which is not too much money, right? Even if it does a 2 to 3x, it's not going to be impressive. But if I could hit, you know, a 10 to a 30x, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking profits along the way. Ryan, how's it going, Ryan? How's Ding doing today? Let's see how Ding's doing today. Today, Ding is down 7.9%. $49,000 market cap with $28,000 of liquidity, 63 holders. Usually projects like this, these are projects that it might be worth throwing in about like $100 and just let it, just another gamble play, right? A lot of gamble play, because you definitely do see either some sort of either bot or some sort of arbitrage, you know, whatever's going on here. There's someone with a bot just buying and buying and buying and selling this, artificially creating a lot of volume into the market. I got Forge at 807,888. I think you told us about Forge, right? Forge at 35. What is that? 35%? 42%. That's just freaking insane. Hot one right now. 16.97 million market cap. 1.52 million of liquidity. Currently holders 4,000.27. I don't know what the hype between Forge is, or Frog, or whatever this thing's called. It was created back in January, February, March, April, May 3rd. Interesting. So it was created last year. Or this year, but almost last year. At least a pool was created. That's interesting. I wonder what happened here. Yeah, so I guess it had this massive pump right here back in May. It dumped in and out of nowhere, just freaking pumped. I remember one of you, it might have been Natural Selector, told us about this, and this thing just looks super degen, you know. But see, you can't do TA on projects like this. It's very, very difficult, and this is the reason why I'm telling you, these are literally just lottery tickets. These are lottery freaking tickets, chat. I mean, look at these big sales that are coming in. $10,000. Like, who in their right mind would throw in $10,000 into this, right? Obviously, a lot of people would. There's definitely something that's getting ready to go ahead and push to the upside on Frog or Forge, whatever this thing's called. Candy says, is the Grok 2.0 MEXC? I see it on there. Grok 2.0 is not. Grok original is. There might be some other Grok related tokens that are in MEXC, but Grok 2.0 is not yet. Not yet. I think when Grok 2.0 probably gets the announcement of, you know, getting listed on MEXC, that's when you usually want to sound off financial advice. So I'll definitely be on the lookout for Grok 2.0 being listed on MEXC. Jonathan says, Gala one-day chart on MEXC futures looks super interesting. That's actually quite interesting, man, because the funny thing about that is that I was actually looking at Gala last night, and I was looking to go ahead and enter a trade on Gala, a very small trade, because I do think that the metaverse projects are going to be a huge thing this sort of bull run season that we have, or bullish momentum, whatever you want to call it. I do believe that anything metaverse related and with the word AI is definitely going to take off, and that's the reason why I'm very, very bullish on like the Groks. Not that I love Grok, I don't care about Grok. I'm only bullish about the narrative of what Grok brings, and the narrative is AI, and I think AI and metaverse are going to be the next big meta, and we've been seeing this these last couple months with the Telegram bots, with bad AI. We've been seeing this now. Grok, the fact that Elon Musk is now creating his own ChatGPT better version of it, Grok, I do think that's going to be carrying a lot of hype, and for that reason, I'm very, very, very bullish on the meta of not only the metaverse, but anything related to AI. Even if it doesn't freaking work, even if it just says like Gala AI, that thing's gonna pump, in my opinion. I think that's what the narrative we're actually heading into, and that's why I'm actually cheering on for Grok to pump, because if Grok hits 500 million market cap and even approaches 1 billion market cap, guess what's gonna happen? All the AI tokens that have the word AI on them are gonna take off. And there's a reason why I'm telling all of you, you have to be aware of what's going on in the market. You have to be able to capitalize on these trends early on. We're seeing the trend with the AI BS right now. You know, one of you recommended, I think it might have been Adam, I'm not too sure, correct me if I'm wrong. One of you recommended Q Star. I don't know what the heck Q Star is, but it's at a 7.80 million market cap. And all I know is that they're doing something with AI. I don't know how the AI works. I don't know what it does. I really don't care. All I know is that it has to do something with AI. And for that reason, Q Star is hot trending #1. And if you actually go ahead and see from the day it actually launched, we've seen an over 4,466% pump. Insane, right? And one thing that I've noticed is that the same exact narrative, the same kind of setup, Grok 2.0, when Grok ended up dumping, a lot of these AI tokens dumped. When Grok began to pump, a lot of these AI tokens began to pump. So I think we're getting into this whole entire meta of AI and metaverse. Be on the lookout for any token related to AI and metaverse. Look at this, Unibot. This is a Telegram AI bot. Telegram trading bot right here. 16.9%. Doesn't seem like a lot, but this token was once over $200. Look at this. And I think Unibot is going to be a token during a bull run where this token is going to be worth over $500 in my opinion. That's my opinion. Once the bull run kicks in, DeFi is going to kick in, and Unibot is going to be pumping as well. And I think this is going to be a $500 plus token and above. And this is going to be riding on the narrative with the Grok token. People don't understand how big Grok is. A lot of people are going to be laughing on the narrative. Oh, Grok this, Grok that. But I think Grok is bigger than what a lot of people think. And as soon as we start to go ahead and see some sort of reversal down to the downside, I think even shorting Grok would be freaking amazing. I mean, you could potentially see an 82% dump. And as I mentioned, it's harder to go ahead and go to the upside, but it's so much easier to go to the downside. So I'm also going to be watching Grok very carefully once we start seeing some bearish sentiment into Grok to possibly short, but I'm not doing that yet. Maybe in the next 2 weeks I'll be looking at it and I'll let you know if I would consider shorting Grok. But we're going to go ahead and see. They have a very, very strong community, so I think even a short squeeze could actually happen, and that's actually what has been going on with Grok. A short squeeze is what happened, and that's the reason why Grok has been pumping like crazy. Jonathan says Gala 1-day chart on MEXC futures looks super interesting. Let's look at the 1-day chart. Yeah, 1-day chart looks like some sort of cup and handle pattern with a W pattern, W bottom right here, or double bottom, whatever it's called. Right there. Then we have the cup and handle pattern almost forming. Wave, you could go ahead and see some sort of retracement to 22250. We do see that resistance is around 2855 and 3166. I think as soon as we do go ahead and get this breakout to the upside around the zone right here, we could go ahead and see Gala pump up all the way up to about a possible 170% pump. And this is going back to the narrative of what? Metaverse. This is the reason why I'm bullish on Metaverse. I actually entered a trade on Beam too. Beam, it's actually a really good trade setup right now, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but Beam it's currently printing me money right now in my position. I actually entered a trade last night when I went to sleep, and actually, you know, doubled down on my position this morning. So Beam is another one that's going to be pumping. So right now, as I mentioned, Metaverse inspired tokens, AI tokens are going to be pumping. They're all forming a very similar pattern. A lot of these tokens are very easy to identify. Some sort of W bottom with possibly some sort of cup and handle getting ready to form before this breakout to its past resistance or previous resistance, right? So a lot of these tokens are doing the same exact breakout. You just have to be aware of what's going on in the market, understand the sentiment, and understand the narrative. AI and Metaverse, just keep that in your head. AI, Metaverse, AI, Metaverse, AI, Metaverse. Just think about that, and you're going to be seeing a lot of buying opportunities for a lot of these tokens that a lot of people are not talking about yet. There's some influencers right now talking about the Metaverse, but not a lot of them are talking about the setups that we're talking about right now. Octavio says meme coins are totally degen, haha, but this is the beauty in it. 100%, dude. I agree with you. PT Tim, how's it going, man? Long time no see. Great to see you here today. Natural Selector, Uniswap has been watching the charts. No clue how to use the bots. I want to start using the bots, bro. I thought you meant Unibot. Yoga Mass says, got about 80 million Grok 2.0, should be good profit soon. I agree with you, man. It's a nice little play. I seen the volume was steady. Nice. Tillery, how's it going, bro? What's up, bro? At work getting it in. Shout out to Tillery, dude. Yeah, Tillery says, hey, Candy, long time no hear. Good seeing you. 100%, dude. Candy has been gone. She abandoned us. But like whenever she comes in, it does definitely create a new atmosphere for all of us, right? So yeah, market's looking freaking amazing. Everything's looking freaking good. A lot of money to be freaking made. A lot of easy money coming into the market. Really excited. And let's go ahead and do some Bitcoin TA now real quick. Let's see what's going on with Bitcoin. I kind of talked a little bit about Bitcoin. As I mentioned, I'm not too much of a huge trader of Bitcoin, and that's just because I have a small account. I feel like the gains with Bitcoin just don't excite me enough. Like, see, in order for me to make the kind of money I make with these degen projects, which a lot of you are like, dude, John, like you're such a freaking degen. Like, why do you trade shit coins on leverage? Like you're wild for that. And it's because I have a small account, you know what I mean? It's like I could literally flip $1,000 into $20,000, $10,000, $40,000, $50,000 literally in a couple of days to weeks because we're trading certain breakout patterns, right? But if I was trading Bitcoin with $1,000, unless I'm using like super risky leverage, I don't think $1,000 with 10x leverage would do much gains to even barely doubling my account, right? So Bitcoin, I really don't touch it. Maybe, you know, in the future, once I get a bag of like, you know, $500,000 and I'm trading Bitcoin with $500,000 on leverage, then I would consider trading Bitcoin. But until then, I'm going to continue to trade these altcoins and a lot of these meme tokens on leverage. But I really do hope that Bitcoin does have this breakout to the upside. We are seeing the RSI currently looking to go ahead and cross. We have noticed that when the RSI does cross to this overbought territories right here, we do see Bitcoin slightly take a hit. But this is also a sign of a lot of strength in the market, right? So we are looking like we are going to be breaking to the upside very soon, and we are at this area of resistance right here on the daily at 38,477. I do believe we might go ahead and have another sort of short squeeze to the upside, but looking at the 30-minute chart on Bitcoin, we have noticed that we have entered the RSI slightly a little bit overbought, all right? But that doesn't mean much. As I mentioned, I don't really chart Bitcoin like that on the daily. I don't really trade Bitcoin, so I really don't care about it, but I do care about where the movement's going, right? So for me, I kind of focus a little bit more of a long-term, midterm, and I do believe that Bitcoin's going to be having some sort of breakout in the next 2 weeks, whether that's to the upside or if that's to the downside, right? Ideally, if Bitcoin does come down to $33,000, I think that's the most bullish thing that we could have in the market. I do believe possibly a lot of these altcoins will go ahead and take a hit. A lot of these meme tokens will go ahead and take a temporary hit, but then we might have some sort of altcoin slash mini meme coin season coming in that's going to go ahead and pump the market up, right? But in my opinion, I would like to go ahead and see Bitcoin approach these levels down to $33,000. It doesn't mean it has to, and that's only because we have been consolidating in this period for a while, right? But I do think that there's more of a higher chance that we might be seeing some sort of breakout on Bitcoin up to the $40,000 mark, and then as soon as we break through $40,000, I think $41,000 to $42,000 will be very, very easily achievable by a lot of bears getting wrecked. So long term, I've been bullish on Bitcoin. Midterm, I'm super bullish on Bitcoin. Long term, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. So I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin. Even though I don't trade Bitcoin, I'm very, very bullish right now on Bitcoin. Obviously, I would like to see Bitcoin come down to these areas. I think even if Bitcoin does come down to $33,000, if I have a decent little bag, I wouldn't mind trading this to the upside and potentially, you know, capturing a nice little 30% pump to the upside with leverage. So I'll probably won't be touching Bitcoin unless it touches, you know, around back to $33,000, which we're going to see if that's possible. I don't know. But what we are also seeing is we are seeing the DXY slowly decline. We have been breaking a lot of those areas of support, and this is actually giving us another indicator of why I believe Bitcoin will be hitting $40,000. You know, the DXY has literally lost the support right here at the 103,137, and I did mention that if we were to go ahead and lose that, we would be approaching these zones back to the 101,732. And approaching these zones right here, I do think there's a possibility of some sort of Bitcoin pump. But obviously, if we do break the DXY down to the 99 and below, this is going to be an indicator of some sort of meme coin season in my eyes, right? Or not meme coin season, sorry, bull run season. There's going to be some sort of bull run in my eyes if we do go ahead and see the dollar drop back down to 99.7713. This is a zone that I'm looking at for me to indicate that we are in some sort of bull run. But we are also getting close to the RSI, getting to that oversold territory, which we usually go ahead and see some sort of pump to the upside. As I mentioned, the DXY doesn't have to follow Bitcoin at all times. Typically, when the DXY does go ahead and take a hit, Bitcoin does as well. Sorry, Bitcoin goes up, and when the DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down, but that's not always the case, right? So realistically, we still could go ahead and see some sort of consolidation here for the DXY. I do think we might slightly go ahead and retest the 103,185. and then break back down and approaching these zones right here, leading onto, the new year. And this would be the most freaking bullish thing for the market. Like this, for me, is going to indicate that we are going to have a freaking rally, and we're going to have so much freaking easy money being pumped into the market. And we're already seeing easy money pumped into the market. Like if you're not making money right now in the crypto market trading, like you're doing something wrong. Like right now, this is the easiest time to make money in a market. Like literally, you could literally almost choose any altcoin or any meme token and be making money right now. That's how easy it is to make money in this market right now. Super, super easy. So I hope all of you are making money in this market, because it's really, really easy to make money right now. Literally free money. Just like the Federal Reserve likes to print, we're printing money right now in a lot of these trades. Stock market's up. Look at the NASDAQ, SPX, Dow Jones. We're seeing Apple, Tesla, Netflix, oil's up, gold at 2040, silver slightly up. The Forex market's doing slightly good, besides the USD with the Japanese yen, that slightly little hit. But overall, the markets are freaking loving what's going on. So this is giving us every freaking indicator to be bullish and to not be bearish, in my opinion. Everything's looking good. Keddy says, "LO, I did not abandon y'all." Yes, you did. Keddy says, "John, please let me know what you think about the Grok 2.0 on MEXC when you get the chance." Let me look at Grok 2.0 on MEXC. I didn't know there's a Grok 2.0. Let me check. Nice. I'm up about $224 right now. Hey, Candy, I don't see a Grok 2.0. Maybe he's on spot. Tim says, why are his comments getting removed? I don't know. Maybe it's like a YouTube thing, bro. I'm not removing any of your comments. Oh, I see this Grok 2. Interesting. I didn't even know that. I don't know what this is. Grok 2. I wonder if this is the same one. I see 835. Yeah, I don't know what that is, Candy. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that Grok 2 on MEXC is. That's interesting. Yeah, there's a Grok 2 on MEXC I didn't know of. I didn't know about this. I don't know if this is the same one. It's kind of the thing with a lot of these meme tokens. It's very, very difficult to know what actual tokens you're buying into. Yeah, Candy's right. Anytime BTC pumps, everyone takes profits and puts some profits into alts and memes. 100%. Where's everybody from? Candy says, where's everybody from? I'm in Louisiana. I need to go to Louisiana. I heard they have really good food over there. PT Tim says, why are my comments getting removed? Trying to share some alpha on a play. I don't know why your comments are being removed. I'm not. It's maybe YouTube doing it automatically. I'm definitely not pushing anything. Dad Master, how's it going, bro? PT Tim, you could go ahead and send me a message on Twitter and I could go ahead and review it. Dad Master says, what's good, man? How's it going, bro? How's it going? Hope you're having a good one today. Terry Truth Seeker, I messed with leverage for the first time because of this channel. I'm up 1400% on a Lunic 30x long. Nice, Terry. That is freaking insane. Congrats to Terry. Chat, everybody tell Terry congrats. That's freaking insane. The fact that he did a 30x long leverage on Lunic. I think it's Lunic Classic. It's what LNC stands for. Adam says, where do you think Bonk is going? I think Bonk is going to be pumping to the upside, and that's just due to the fact that I'm very bullish on Solana. I think Solana is going to go ahead and continue to make new all-time highs, especially with the community that Solana has. And currently right now, Bonk, as we're seeing, this is a very scary chart to look at. As I mentioned, when it comes to meme tokens, chat, like I know a lot of you are Bitcoin traders, trade real utility altcoins, but we trade these very low cap altcoins, these very volatile degen moved freaking plays with leverage to make it even more degen. And when it comes to a lot of these tokens, really what we look for is momentum breakouts. It's what we mostly focus on, and we mostly focus on hype, right? Capitalizing on hype, capitalizing on the movement happening before people catch on. And with that being said, that this chart looks freaking scary, right? This chart looks super freaking creepy. It's like, why the heck would he be leveraging a position like Bonk on leverage right now, considering at where it's at, right? Well, the reason why is, even though this looks pretty scary and I would never enter a trade like this, even though I am in a trade on Bonk, the reason why I'm in a trade of Bonk is because I know Solana is going to continue to pump. And with Solana pumping, anything that's related to memes that's in the Solana blockchain is going to pump. Obviously, you do need to be on the lookout that Bonk is currently right now at an area of resistance at the 42406. So if it doesn't break above this, then this is more than likely going to go ahead and get rejected and possibly break 33503, coming down to 28203, right? So realistically, this is kind of difficult to go ahead and even do TA on bonk if you really wanted to, but you could just go ahead and focus on slight little, you know, small little patterns that might make sense for you. Possibly, as I mentioned, you know, this ugly looking, you know, W pattern is what we're seeing right here. A possible, usually cup and handle pattern, we might see some sort of retracement, come back down to 40218, and then slightly go ahead and have a pump, hopefully retesting these areas of resistance. So it's really difficult to do TA on projects like this, super degen, but the way I kind of analyze them is by going over to Solana, right? And I'm very bullish on Solana long term. I think Solana is going to go ahead and continue to pump. I think Solana will go ahead and make new all-time highs. So I would say if you're looking at any token that you're trading that is Solana based, Solana inspired, I would say take a look at Solana first. Analyze Solana and see how it's doing. Even with Solana, this thing looks freaking creepy to even trade. Like, being realistic, like looking at an entry of the 30-minute chart, we see resistance approaching. Even if you look at, you know, the 15-minute chart, try looking at the 4-hour chart, resistance, you know, this chart looks pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. So Solana is one of those plays too that don't make any sense, but just continues to pump. I mean, Solana has pumped since freaking September to the price that it's at right now. If you go ahead and measure this from this bottom to this top, that's over a 200 to 300% pump. Literally, Solana has been doing. So Solana is just as risky as all these other meme tokens that are riding on the Solana blockchain. But what I'm looking at is I'm thinking long term. It's like, why is Solana going to pump? Well, Solana is going to pump because it has a very strong community. That's really the only reason why. Probably the dumbest way to do TA. But this is more of it doesn't have a really nice setup, dude. I mean, even approaching the areas of resistance that we're at right now. I mean, look at these very strong areas of resistance. This whole entire zone right here is a very strong area of resistance on the 1 hourly chart for Solana. 59 being one of them. If we break through 59, we are going to be approaching 61 and above. But I do believe that we break 59 and we break through 61 like nothing, I do believe Solana is going to be approaching these zones back up at $60 to $80 and above. And that's the only reason why I'm bullish on Bonk, because I know Solana is probably going to be pumping as well. Even though it makes no sense. It's kind of like KASTA, right? KASTA is really difficult to go ahead and TA on. Like, I know there's people making money on this. Maybe now it makes a little bit more sense on the 1 hourly. But, you know, KASTA on the daily, look at this. This looks scary. This looks scary. You can't tell me this does not look scary. Imagine trying to enter a trade on KASTA right now. The most bullish freaking project right now. But look how much it has pumped since December. Over a 2,200% pump. It's kind of scary, right? That's why I'm saying we need some sort of dip in the market. I would like to go ahead and see the market come down. Dadmaster J, it's different. Yes, on spot. Tim, you won't be able to post a pic or a link. Adam, do you think Bonk is going to pump? Yes. Dadmaster says Oregon, Yoga Mat. Yeah, the Yoga Mat, the Grok 2.0 contract ends in F224. Jonathan, shout out to Amsterdam. Octavio, Gratz. Good work, Terry. Yoga Mat. Candy says great food and tons of casinos. Super degen. Jonathan says congrats, Terry. Awesome. Yeah, congrats, Terry. Terry says I'm grateful I've held on the sidelines learning for 2 years. I'm grateful for this channel. I appreciate you, Terry. I'm glad you're appreciating the channel. I'm glad you were able to make money, man. That makes me more happy. Not only when I'm making money, but when my community is making money, right? When we're all making money together, that gets me more excited and more happy. Candy says I'm scared to leverage trade. LOL. I'll teach you. Candy says congrats, Terry. Congrats, Terry. Candy says this is a great channel to learn from. 100%. Terry says I started with 10 bucks of some profit for. Nice. Hey, Candy, that's a part of leverage. You know, it's pretty scary. It's freaking scary, but I just like I told myself last week, I was like, I just lost 20K. I'm probably not going to touch leverage for a while, and here I am back again leverage trading. And Jonathan says, yes, when Solana pumps, Pith will pump as well. Really? Why? Jonathan, tell us the alpha why Pith will pump if Solana pumps. Tell us that. That sounds very, very interesting. That's a very interesting narrative right now. Terry says, I'm up 100% on Pith. I got in yesterday when you mentioned it. 10x long. Nice. Jonathan coming up with all the alpha, man. See, this is what I like about this community. You guys have been giving a lot of alpha. Like, Dabmaster was giving a lot of alpha yesterday. Jonathan was giving a lot of alpha yesterday. Tillery was as well. Tillery gave us OpenAI. No, was it OpenAI? No, it wasn't OpenAI. Bad AI. The one with Shiba in it. So a lot of you have given a lot of alpha. Jonathan's up 20x long, man. Crazy. Yeah, we'll definitely do one, Candy. I'm in the works of that. Terry says there's a super helpful one on YouTube. It's trading with leverage on KuCoin. Dadmaster says just buy and hold KASTA. Next year will be big for them. I agree with you. I took some KASTA profits to open these longs. Nice. Cat Doge. I need the contract for Cat Doge. Taylor, can you post it, please? Matt, how's it going, Matt? Have a look at WebCoin. Try to post a contract address if you can, Matt. That'd be great. Ryan says, let's go, MLC. Shout out MLC. Jonathan says, Pith is on Solana. Really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Candy says, Terry, I'll send you $10. Can you leverage trade it for me? He's going to turn his $10 into $10,000 just for you. Fido was over 200% earlier. Let's look at Fido. And then please, everybody that mentioned those other projects, please go ahead and post the smart contract down below. And that way so we can all go ahead and see it. Is Fido this one? Fido's on Uniswap, huh? Yeah, it looks like the market's slightly taking a dump right now. I'm up about $52 on my Pepe 2 position right now, 14%, and then on BeamX, I'm telling you, chat, look at BeamX on MEXC. Beam, BEAMX. I'm up about $118 right now on that. I'm using 10x leverage on that. I think that one's like riding on the metaverse wave, as we mentioned, so it might be worth checking out. Bonk, I'm slightly down on my bonk position, and then I'm down on my USTC. I actually opened a long on USTC, and it's not looking too good. I think it might be a fake out, to be honest. Let me go ahead and put my stop loss on USTC just in case it reverses. Let's look at USTC. I think USTC might be another short because I actually opened a short and I think it might go down even further right now. Let's look at this. I think I'm gonna open a short on USTC. Yeah, I just put a reversal short on my USTC. Hopefully it hits my price. All right, we'll see. Tillery says he sent it on X. Alrighty. Candy with a C. Too much pressure on me. PT Tim, I'll try again. Rabbit it on so. Hey, post a smart contract, Tim. I'm sorry I haven't replied to all the messages, by the way. I haven't checked my Twitter till just now. Cat Deutsch, 72,000 market cap, 24,000 of liquidity, locked for 12 months. I don't know what the narrative behind this is, but this could be like a small little degen play too. Cat Deutsch. Oh, you can actually play a game? No way. Oh, this is so cool. We're gonna go ahead and play this real quick, chat. Oh my god, I have freaking... I have meme tokens after me. This is so cool. I'm just trying this out real quick. Hold on. Oh, it's so cool. You get the ETH, and it's kind of like the little blue ball. It's cool. Okay. I'm going to eat Shiba. I think I was Floki, maybe, right? Oh, my gosh. Alright, let's do it one more time. I got one last left. I guess apparently, you know, Cat Deutsch has, you know, some sort of like Pac-Man kind of related game to it. It's a little laggy, though. Maybe because I'm also streaming, though. I do feel a slight little lag on this. It's pretty cool how they have a little concept with like you getting ETH, you going after all these meme tokens and like eating them and stuff. That's pretty cool. Nice. Look at this. Hey, I've actually completed the first level. Alright, I'm not going to play this because or else we're going to be here all day, but that was pretty fun. So Cat Deutsch Adventures, the tokenomics. Honestly, I don't know what this is. I think Tillery was telling me that this has some sort of reflections program too, where I guess if you hold a project you get reflections. I'm not too sure. But if this is something you're definitely interested in, chat, go ahead and check it out. Cat Deutsch. This could probably, you know, be worth throwing in like $100 and just seeing where things go. Usually, you know, with these lower cap market caps, very high risk, but a very, very high reward if it hits, you know, 10, 20, 40, 50 million market cap, right? So also be aware of the liquidity is quite low though. Liquidity is locked for 12 months, which is a good sign. Okay, Fidio. See, where's Fidio at? Man, this is crazy. Chat's gone so crazy. I can't even find the messages. Can you post the smart contract again? Dabmaster. Can we have Dabmaster post a smart contract again? It's not appearing here. Oh yeah, never mind. I found it. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this. Wait, what? Why is this a Shiba contract? Shiba contract? You gave me a Shiba contract, bro. Is that what you meant? Candy says, LOL, my anxiety and leverage trading don't sound so good together. Yeah, honestly. I mean, when I'm leverage trading, I almost regret why I was leverage trading. Like last night when I was in a trade, I was like, I just want to go to bed. Like I wish I would have just like not open a freaking leverage position right now, because usually for me when I'm leverage trading, especially I usually like to leverage trade like towards 4 p.m. or well, depending on the time zone, right? But 4 p.m. PST for those that are located in the US, all the way up to like 3 a.m. So that's typically around like Asian session of the market and then London session, and those are usually the times that I prefer. Like I prefer to go ahead and trade. So typically that would mean that I won't be sleeping that night. So that's why usually like it is pretty. It is like really freaking stressful. Trading's freaking stressful. At least to me it is. Dabmaster says Beam is great. Picked up $10,000 more this morning. Nice. I actually entered a position on Beam on MEXC. You can actually go ahead and leverage trade Beam on MEXC. And if you want to go ahead and support the channel, make sure to go ahead and use my link down below. $20,000 in sign-up bonuses. No KYC. It literally takes less than 3 seconds to create an account. Jonathan says usually it dumps a little bit before Asian market is waking up. I 100% agree with you, bro. Candy says I'm down 12.xx on 2.0, down slightly Pepe, and up on VeChain. VeChain has been a disappointment, low key. But what do you mean, Candy? Like, what was your entry level on Pepe 2? Because like we've been literally printing money this whole month and a half on Pepe 2, like straight up. We've been making so much freaking money on Pepe 2. Terry, I just opened a 70x long on Shiba, LOL, $8. You're freaking wild, bro. 70x on Shiba. Should we do that too? Should we go ahead and copy Terry since he's been doing really good? Let's go ahead and do a Shiba trade of 70x. Let's do this. Hopefully we don't get wrecked. I usually never play with no more than 10x leverage. Let's all enter. No, I'm just kidding. Let's not all enter, but I'm going to enter a trade on Shiba with 70x leverage. We'll keep it at 69. 69x leverage. All right, I'm doing 10 USD, and I'm gonna go ahead and enter a trade on SHIB right now. All right, let's see how this plays out. Hey, we got filled in. Yes. We got filled in our SHIB position right now. Oh my gosh, how many trades are on right now? Okay, let's go ahead and see. Damn, I'm down $33 on Bonk right now, 15% down. All right, we'll see how that SHIB position plays out for us. 69x leverage on SHIB, $10. Let's see how that plays out. Quote, should I go ahead and buy Pepe 2? Not financial advice, might be a good time. Web. All right, let's check out web. What is web? I'm assuming this is probably some AI narrative kind of play. Let's look at this. Ex-competitor to Google. Okay. All I saw is XAI. I don't even know what web is. All I saw the word was AI. This might be a play. Fido. 551,000 market cap, liquidity 110, not locked. It looks like maybe some sort of cup and handle pattern might be forming. We've been seeing this with a lot of these positions. Hold on, let me get a second. Alright, let's go ahead and see Fido. I don't know what Fido is. Fido. AI Grok's dog. Okay, bullish. Remember we talked about AI narrative? Fido, AI narrative. WebX, AI narrative. So start saving those on your portfolio like right now. Web, Fido, AI narratives. Like we really don't have to do too much TA on them because we already know the narrative is AI and that's already bullish enough. Rabbit, let's go ahead and check out Rabbit. Let's go look at Rabbit. Rabbit is a Solana play. You know how I mentioned Solana plays? I'm already bullish on this. I don't know why it doesn't show the holders, but currently at 280 million market cap, 2.80, $160,000 of liquidity. Do they have a website? Let's go ahead and see. They do. Solana's Frog. So it's pretty much a Solana Pepe. So Rabbit. Let's go ahead and see if this thing's trading on MEXC. If this thing's trading on MEXC, that'd be freaking amazing. I'd love this thing if it's on MEXC. It looks like it's not on MEXC yet. But this might be another play on the Solana Rabbit. I don't really have to do too much TA on these because I mentioned narrative. Solana, meme tokens, AI plays, and metaverse are all freaking bullish. Like literally so freaking bullish. It doesn't really matter, in my opinion, which one you choose. I think a lot of them are going to pump. Dad Master says 10,000 coins, not $10,000. $10,000, 10,000 coins. Jonathan, LOL. Frankie Deutsch. Cat Deutsch is a real deal. How's it going, Frankie? Aaron, Cat Deutsch community coming out. Let's freaking go. Cat Deutsch. Terry, you're wild too. Good luck. Candy says, hey guys, I love you all, but I have to bring my brother to urgent care. Are you streaming again tonight at ALTCOIN, John? Hey Candy, no worries. Hope everything's good with you and your family. I'm actually going to be ending the stream very, very soon. Probably not tonight, but I will. I'll see. I think I will. No promises. No promises. I'll let you know if I do go live. But I really do appreciate all of you. Chat today, you guys are all freaking amazing. Cat Deutsch has a freaking strong community, as you could tell. I love when we get these raids. I love how everybody's, you know, coming through with their smart contracts. Just know moving forward, every time we go on live, just go ahead and post a smart contract of the project you want me to go ahead and review, all right? And I do want to mention that obviously all the tokens that we're talking about, especially in the DeFi sector, I am not endorsed, associated with, and nor do I encourage anybody to buy any of them. These are very high risk, high reward kind of plays. 80% chance you might lose money with a 20% winning chance you might make money. So ask yourself, is that worth the math for you? I don't know, right? But as always, go ahead and support the channel by using my MEXC link down below. I really do appreciate everybody's support. Love every one of you. And then moving forward, whenever you tune into my streams, make sure to go ahead and post the smart contract for the project you want me to go ahead and talk about, and go ahead and make sure to reach out to me at ALTCOINJohn on Twitter, and feel free to go ahead and send me a message. I would never ask for money or any of that, so don't send money if people are requesting money, but go ahead and feel free to reach out to me and talk if you want. And hope Candy, everything's good with your brother. And I do want to go ahead and say I'm glad to go ahead and see you on today's stream. So I really do appreciate every one of you. Just be very, very careful with the market. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch all of you either later on today or tomorrow.